Sorry, it's just been a minute since we've done this streamed it like this, so it's just getting up and running. It's just taking a moment.
Maybe that we are recording it as well.
Yes, it gets recorded and it stays on YouTube. But I will record it here. Sorry, it's just been a minute since we've done this streamed it like this, so okay, we're all set.
You set? Okay.
Yeah, we're all set, Mayor.
Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year to all. I hope everyone had a great New Year and everyone's safe and sound. We do have a fairly short meeting, I hope. We are going to, just for everybody's information, we're going to do this on Zoom for this month until we see what happens with the numbers. I'm hoping the numbers will go down. Just a quick update on COVID numbers. They're going up very rapidly all over the country, especially New York area. But thankfully the hospitals are not full and most patients who are admitted in not serious conditions. So we're doing, thank God, we're doing well on that front. With that said, I would like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance and we'll move to our agenda.
I pledge allegiance.
I believe in the flag of America, for the nation under God,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
That's for all.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. The first item on the agenda is a Nassau County report for the month of November. If you remember last month, there was a mistake on the report. I want to thank Maria from Auxiliary Police that she followed up with the Nassau County, and we have the updated and corrected numbers. As you could see on your screen, there was 38 aided cases in the village, 3 larceny, and there's 28 summons were issued and 9 for parkers. There are 3 pages in the report. As you could see, the first page is in front of you.
There are 21 accidents in the village in the month of November.
Yeah.
And that's almost one a day.
If you would like me to just go to the next page, just let me know. I'll scroll down.
Yeah.
Good. If you can make it a little bit bigger, I don't know if mine's extremely small now. I don't know why I can't. Okay, great. No, that's
better.
Yeah.
Just let me know if you want me to scroll down. I'll scroll down.
Yeah, I used to be able to. Okay.
There really were only, I think, 2 injuries, 2 accidents involving injuries, which is too much, of course. But actually, if you could scroll down, in our village, I think there might have only been 1 injury.
Ravine and Station. I think that's one of the areas that Louis was suggesting to put a stop sign. I think it is warranted. It's a very weird intersection on Ravine and Station. So I think we need to consider that as well. Oldney Road, Stony Run Road. Okay. Middle Neck Road and Walker Polo Road. By the way,
if you'll notice, most of these are failure to yield right of way or backing up. I don't see
anything crazy.
Back to the beginning, but I don't know about failure to obey a stop sign. I see following too closely. When you see following too closely, it usually indicates somebody on a cell phone. A lot of backing up unsafely. These are probably just people getting out of parking spots and hitting cars, but there's a lot of them. And I think our stop signs are working. Well, the failure to yield right away might be stop sign violations also. Middle Neck and Brokaw is controlled by a traffic light. Paulo and William Penn is a stop sign. So when you see that failure to yield right away at an intersection that's not controlled by a stoplight, it's usually passing a stop sign, but it's less than what we used to have.
What are the reason in East Shore Road? What are those? Can you just show me the East Shore Road? East Shore Road, Vista Hill,
East Shore Road.
Ravine.
passing a lane using improper, okay, and then it's probably blocked by a truck. Marine Road and Station, so,
Road at Vista Hill. East
Here,
Shore Road.
here is East Shore Road and Ravine Road again.
mhm.
And
I think that's it.
there's one last one here, backing unsafely.
Oh, yeah, back in safely. East Shore Road. Yeah, so back in safely, it's probably a truck.
Yeah,
Now that we're talking about this, Abraham, quickly on I spoke to Louis and he said that the school did get the
this morning, yes, they got it this morning after we spoke.
and did they have everything set up?
No, so they have a labor issue that their staff are not, because of labor issues, they're not willing to go out and put it out in the street. They called me, I spoke to the assistant principal, and they asked the village if we can put it every morning, which I told them that in our meeting, the agreement was we're going to provide the barrels and it will be their responsibility to take care of it. He said that he's going to be speaking to their security, and he said that he's going to get back to me on that. So I'm still waiting for him regarding that issue.
Okay. I
But
hope
he
that-
will be, the school will be sending out at least a 5 business days notice before they issue anything.
Okay, good enough.
Okay. The next item is a request to put the stop sign on Strathmore and Old Pond Road. I'm going to share my screen. I have the map of the area. Just give me one moment. This is where the request is coming, to put the stop sign right here under Strathmore and Old Pond Road. If you look at this street view here, there's a stop sign on the cross street. However, there's nothing on Strathmore itself. This is Strathmore, and the previous stop sign is just right here, about 100 feet. So the whole block are only 2 houses. So I don't know if you want to consider putting a stop sign or not, but
Why is there a stop sign all the way at the end?
That's Old Mill Road.
that's
Old now. Okay.
Yeah.
so this is Old Mill Road.
But
There's a
that's the
stop
stop
sign
sign.
On the
Okay.
west side of the stream.
So going in Old Mill, there's no stop sign.
No, there is.
It's on the west side of the
That's
street.
going, right, that's going south.
Exiting.
Right,
Yeah.
that's going south.
Mhm.
There should be a
Going
stop
north.
sign going in.
Going north, there isn't any.
There
Right.
shouldn't.
No, that,
There's
I know.
not.
Of course there shouldn't be, but keep going straight in, now going from Old Mill Road toward Strathmore, right?
Correct.
This is Strathmore, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
Okay, keep
And the
going.
request is to put it here, which is less than 200 feet down from the previous one.
But
and
there's,
there-
no, I'm sorry.
no.
Nothing before that. There's nothing going south. You make a right turn or a left turn into Strathmore. There's no stop sign until you get here. And I don't mind having a stop sign right there.
Oh, Mayor, it's a very short block. Let me
I
just show
understand
you.
it's a short block, but people can still, it's a short block, but
Have
when
there been accidents at this intersection?
No, and there's at least none that we are aware of.
why are they asking for a stop sign?
because you're saying that the cars that come from Old Mill Road, when they want to turn into Strathmore, they have to be super careful because the Strathmore on this side, when people come in, there's no stop sign and there's nothing here. And also they're saying that when people turn into Strathmore, they speed excessively when they turn going northbound on Strathmore.
Yeah, they also say that they use it as a cut through for the school in the morning and the afternoon.
Right, in the morning, as you could see here, the Strathmore ends into William Penn, or they can go from right to William Penn and then William Penn toward Polo Road to get to the school, which is right here.
So there's a stop sign on this other block. What is the name of this other block?
Old Pond,
Old Pond. So Old Pond, there's a stop sign. Strathmore, there isn't.
correct.
Are they asking for one going southbound as well, or just northbound?
Well, we can't put three-way, we have to put always.
All right. I personally think that it's not a bad idea.
It's a very short block. From here to here is extremely short block.
I understand. There's no stop sign going northbound when you're coming from Old Mill to Strathmore. And if there's speeding, and that can break the speed. I know that you shouldn't put a stop sign for speed reasons. Can you just move a little bit more forward? I want to know if you have proper visibility. No, if you go from Old Pond east, right? Go back from Old.
This is we are in Old Pond right now.
You mean on the west part going east?
Yeah, you're looking at going west. I want you to look at going east.
The other way.
Okay. Okay, so, right, so
There
go,
is a stop
I
sign.
want to see where that car is. No, go back where that car was.
This is standing at the stop sign. The stop
So
is
you
right
see,
there.
right, so right there, if you're standing there, you don't have great visibility of cars coming. You see, look at Old Mill Road from where you are. You don't see. So if a car is zooming in and you're standing really behind that behind that line, there's no way you can see the car coming. So if his car
Majority
is,
of cars, Mayor, majority of cars here making a right to go, because as you know, if you go through Old Pond, it's a dead end. Well, it's not a dead end. It's like a circular way. You end up here.
right.
No, but you could, if you go,
Right.
I mean, if you go up,
through, you get to
head
Stone
east.
Edge and William Penn, yes.
yeah, you end up, right. You go through it and William Penn.
Polo.
But people who are coming from this way, they are residents that they are coming to get toward the middle of the town. They're going
See,
right.
See, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at if you're standing behind the stop sign. Right now, you're not standing behind the stop sign. You're way ahead of the stop sign. If you go back behind the stop sign, see, right
This
there.
is where the picture is. I can't go like.
Right.
It's okay.
If you really
Because
right,
that's
stop
the
right,
picture.
right, exactly. So if you stand right behind that stop sign, right, I don't know how you can do it, but probably difficult to do. If you see where the guy is, unless you get rid of all those trees and shrubberies, you don't have a visibility of cars going northbound on Strathmore. So if you're behind the stop sign and you just move and the car is coming fast, that's it, you get clipped. And also, I don't believe, based on what I'm looking at, that it's a 90-degree intersection. So I think it's a little bit of a risk not having a stop sign there. I see the reason they're asking for it, but If you guys want to ask, H2M or someone else to opine on it, we can, but I don't think there's a problem putting a stop sign there unless we're having so many cars going down that you believe it's going to back up to Old Mill Road.
Was there a petition with this request?
There was one gentleman that emailed, one resident that emailed.
You know what? Let's do this. Either Brian or Abraham, could you send a letter to the president of the Strathmore and then ask them what their thoughts are, and if they can do a quick discussion and see if people want it. I personally think it's not a bad idea. I think it makes it safer. I don't think it's going to create so much of an issue, but we can certainly have that discussion in the next meeting.
Sure, I just want to share with you before we go, we change the screen. Just 1 second, I just want to share with you. I pulled up something here. If you look at this screen, this is from Nassau County. So if you look from this corner, if you see the blue line, that's a distance from Old Mill to Old Pond. It is about 200 feet.
Okay.
Okay,
But I hear you, but the thing is, there's going north, there's no stop sign when you turn into Strathmore. So that distance is not really a big deal. So they turn in, and then the first time they really have to stop is behind that stop sign. Going southbound, they may have to stop by Old Pond and then stop again, because I'm sure there's a stop sign there to turn in. I still don't think that's a big deal either. It's a narrow road, both of them. There's no sidewalk. I'm sure there are plenty of pedestrians in that area. I think even for safety of people who are walking, I think it makes it safer.
okay. We'll reach out to the association to see, to get their
I think there's also another problem. Abraham, if you could move the map north a little.
Sure, let me go back here and then. Meetings. I'm just looking for the, oh, here it is. There you go. Where would you like me to?
No, move the map toward the bottom of the screen. So I think you touched on this before, Abraham, is that north of Old Pond is an island intersection.
Yes, yes.
And
So
I
if
think
you
it would be very
as you-
difficult to put a stop sign.
This is Old Pond. These are
Way too
old
far.
residents.
No, dude, just please
Here it is.
go back to the intersection of Old Mill and Strathmore Road.
Into that.
There you go.
That's not what I wanted to say. Okay.
This is Old Mill and
Okay,
Old Mill.
I meant
Walk further north.
Old Pond and Strathmore.
Yeah.
There you go.
So the problem for me, if you keep going north on Strathmore, is this island right here. I guess you could put a stop sign in that direction right there, where you have the your cursor right now.
Right here.
You would have to put it in the medium.
In the median. The question is, people who are coming southbound here, do they have enough time to see the stop sign to stop? As you could see here, it's a curve.
Yeah, they have enough time. You could also
If
put
they're
stop.
going that fast that they
You also
don't have
you
enough
could also
time,
do-
you have a problem.
No, but you could also do stop ahead. Right now, there's nothing. So whatever you put is better than nothing. If we're going to do this. Right now, we have a request by one resident It does not seem reflective of the needs or the wishes of the community or the residents in that neighborhood. So it's something I think we should look more into, but I definitely don't think we should be making a decision on this.
Right,
Okay,
I
sure.
think we should reach out to the association, they, let them do what they need to do. To me, it makes sense. I think it's for narrow road that people speed, which unfortunately now
But Mayor, we don't have a history of accidents at this intersection that we
Right.
know about.
I just don't want to have
We
it.
have a request by one resident, and I just think
No,
that
I hear you. I don't think we should push it for tonight. I personally don't think it's a bad idea, but I would like to hear from the association, as I mentioned. So I think let's get the association involved, send them an email, see what they think, and maybe they can do their own due diligence and see if there are more people who are interested, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
The next item is a request. Let me just unshare this screen again and share the other screen. It's a resident concerning speeding on North Road. You're saying that the cars reach 50 miles per hour on North Road. I'm going to pull up the map there as well. You can see, and
I just want to point out that that's conjecture of this resident. There's nothing to say. I'm sure cars are probably going too fast, but
right. So
not knowing what the speed is.
So the gentleman is asking that something should be done. He's not giving any suggestions of what should be done. He's just saying something has to be done. I'm going to pull up the map.
He talks about speed bumps.
Well, the speed bumps, okay, yes. This is North Road from Spring Lane to Forest Road that he's saying that the cars get to a speed of 50 miles per hour.
Wow. I don't think it, unless they're really riding, going from that's about 200 feet.
I can check to see how long it is.
Mayor,
Maybe more than 200 feet, but
Mayor,
No,
yes.
150 yards.
I'm sure if you ask any resident on any street in our village, they would probably tell you a similar thing, that people speed too fast on their blocks. I've heard the same thing, and and I'm sure it's true on Brokaw. I've heard the same thing on Nirvana. I've heard the same thing on Old Mill. Again, this is a short strip over here between Spring Lane and Forest Road, and it's a narrow street. I don't know what else we could do to slow traffic down over there. But
It's about 700 feet.
people don't listen to, people don't obey signage. If somebody's doing, allegedly 50 miles an hour on a 700-foot, short strip of road, is not going to be obeying stops, slow down signs or anything like that.
Right, so I do agree with that. I tell you what I think, though, and I don't know if I discussed this before, but I did have a meeting with the new legislature, Mazi, Philip, and the new executive, Bruce Blakeman, regarding getting these speed cameras or speed, I don't know, speedometers. Radars. They're not real radars, but
People to speed, this radar signs.
people see the speed, and they did agree that we do need many of these just because of the size of our village, and I'll obviously understand that people are speeding. So I'm hoping that soon we can get some of these speed radars from the county, and then I would like to start installing them in different streets that people go fast. But as Bart mentioned, I don't think if people are going that fast in these little narrow roads, I don't think it's because they're just going with the flow of the street. They're going that fast because they're just dumb. And I don't think these speed radars or anything else, short of putting a stoplight there, it's going to really stop them. So,
No, we need more enforcement.
right, we need more enforcement. But again, to have enforcement on all these streets is going to be very, very difficult. But we will, I see that we have, who's on? I just saw Sean, Marianne is on.
No,
Maria? You mean?
Maria is on.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Auxiliary
So-
police.
Yeah, so if we can send that message to the police officers, I'm sure I've spoken to Pat Ryder multiple times and he knows, and the people come in and enforce it, and then, you know, there's so much you can enforce, but we can send that message again to the police officers and try to enforce these, the speed limits. Okay.
Hey.
Is there anyone on the phone, on the Zoom that would like to discuss this or not really?
Abraham?
That's Maria. Go ahead, Maria.
Hi, Maria, how are you?
Hi, everyone. I just have a quick question. While I'm on Ellison Avenue, I believe it's in the town of Westbury. Okay, what I've noticed is, unlike the speed bumps that they have in Russell Gardens, which are very pronounced and you can bottom out your car, they have something that's interesting. Right before a stop sign, they create something in the road, and I'll find out what that combination is in the road that gives you a little bit of a vibration in your steering wheel and all, just kind of alert you that there's a stop sign coming ahead. That's something I can look into and present it to Bart or the board to find out what materials they're using and whether that's something that would be allowed on your streets.
It causes vibration when you drive over them?
Yes, what happens is, unlike Russell Gardens, I don't know if anybody's ever driven through Russell Gardens, theirs is a pronounced speed bump that if you are going over 30 or 40, it can almost damage your car and you really feel it. This is not the kind I'm referring to. What I saw in the village of Westbury on Ellison Avenue, it is something that they put on the pavement itself. Okay, it's like a grating. It's like a grating. It's not colorful or anything like that. It's a grating.
Maria, can you see what's on the screen right now?
Yeah, something similar to that. But what it is when it's not as bright and it doesn't stick out as much, but it's an alert that when you do drive over it, you will feel that vibration in the steering wheel, and it sort of like tells you, wake up, there's a stop sign, 20 feet away or 30 feet away. Something like that, which is pretty interesting. So if you want people to slow down a little bit, that will sometimes, I think, do the trick without damaging your car, especially the low-lying cars. So
Right,
if you,
so I think the issue is when it comes to the snow removal, that the plows may get blocked.
it doesn't affect the plows at all. What I will do, I will check this week, what is the material, find out what agency has put it in there. So this way we can take photos and let you know what the composite is of that. But it's not something that interferes with snow plows or anything like that, unlike what Russell Gardens has. But I will get that information and present it to you.
Okay, thank you, Maria.
You're welcome, Mayor.
Mayor, the next item is a special exception application to put antennas on top of 435 Middle Neck Road. I should correct myself to update the antennas on top of 435 Middle Neck Road. Peter?
Mayor, do you want to do the street light request first, or do you want to deal with?
Yeah, let's
special
do the
permit?
street light request first, and then we get to this, because this may take a little long.
Okay. The next item is a request to add a street light to Nirvana and Middle Neck Road. I will pull up the map in just a moment. Okay.
Can we have advice of counsel?
Okay,
All right, just give me a moment, please, here.